Hello, everybody. So thank you so much for getting online. Today, we're going to talk about Education USA Academy at Embry-Riddle. My name is Isabella, and I work so much for getting online. Today, we're going to talk. Sorry about that, guys. I just had to mute the YouTube. Hope everybody can hear me well. So as I said, we will talk about a little bit about Embry-Riddle and how the Academy at Embry-Riddle is unique. Okay, so I'm gonna share my screen so you can see the presentation. All right, so let's get started. So maybe you have not heard much about Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University. Embry-Riddle is an aviation school, so it's aviation focused. We have careers in science, engineering, business, but mostly aviation. So the careers in engineering that we have are, for example, aerospace engineering, mechanical engineering, civil engineering. So something interesting about the Academy at Embry-Riddle is that you will be able to explore those careers. So moving on to the next slide, let's talk a little bit about the Education USA Academy. So like all the academies, the main purpose of the Education USA Academy is for you to first learn a little bit of English, kind of reinforce those English skills. You will also be able to learn what it's like to be a student in the United States. You will learn everything that you need to be a successful student in the States and how to get admitted, what materials you need, like the SAT or how to study for TOEFL. You will write your entrance essay. It also includes tours of other colleges or universities. Because Embry-Riddle is in Daytona Beach, Florida, you will tour 4 or 5 tours. We will get into this in more detail soon. Also, there are field trips, and lastly, you will have introductory seminars or workshops about some of the degrees that Embry-Riddle offers that are unique. So if you have any questions, guys, I will see the questions at the end on the YouTube comments, and I will check those, and I will respond to all of the questions. So if you have any questions, just type them in there, and I will check at the end. So the Academy dates for Embry-Riddle is June 9 to the 29th. Hold on. So some of the workshops that we will be doing are going to be about engineering. So mostly the engineering careers that we offer are in aerospace engineering. So aerospace engineering, the students learn how to design and develop planes and rockets. Embry-Riddle has very cool labs that Academy students at Embry-Riddle will be able to tour, and they will learn about all the research that is being done there. So that's a very unique opportunity. Academy students will also have a chance to study a little bit about aeronautical science. And what it is a degree program for students who want to be pilots. So if you ever dreamed of being a commercial pilot or a cargo pilot, or if you want to learn about air traffic control, that's what this is about. And if you're really interested, students can go on an observation flight. Embry-Riddle has over 60 aircraft, and that's something that is super cool and super unique. Academy students last year enjoyed it, and you don't have to, but if you want to, you can go on an observation flight and see how it is exactly to be a pilot, a student pilot. Academy students will also have a chance to learn about astronomy and careers in astronomy. So Embry-Riddle has actually the largest telescope in the southern United States. As you can see in this picture, is a massive telescope. And they have an observatory. They have an array of medium-sized, small-sized, big-sized telescopes. And Academy students will have a chance to explore and see through the telescopes and see the observatory. And it's really great if you're interested in exploring space and studying astronomy, astrophysics. Many Embry-Riddle students are now astronauts. So if that is something that you're interested in, this is definitely the right place. Another thing is aerospace physiology. So if you are interested in medicine or careers in healthcare, Aerospace physiology, it's a good degree because it explores what the human body has to go through when people fly at high altitudes when they are in outer space, right? So people who study aerospace physiology kind of train pilots and astronauts to endure those extreme physical conditions. So you will have a chance to explore that, tour the labs, do some workshops, do some activities. So this is good for if you're not really sure what you want to study, you will have like a little bit of all of these workshops. So you kind of explore all your options, especially that Embry-Riddle has to offer. You will also learn a little bit about meteorology. So you will learn how to read the weather, and students have a fun lesson in front of the green screen. And as you can see here, you will present in front of the green screen, and then in the back, it's like the real map with all the live movements and everything. So students have really liked that in the past. And lastly, there will be 1 or 2 seminars about management or entrepreneurship. So it's really a little bit of everything. You will be able to explore, like as we said, some of the majors that EmbryRiddle offers. And if you're not really sure, this is a good chance for you to really explore. You will also learn like what is the job in those fields. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's see, in case we lost track. Okay, so a little bit about the tours that Academy students will be going in the Academy at Embry-Riddle. First, University of Central Florida. It's in Orlando, and this is the largest university in the country, guys, or it's one of the largest because it has more than 60,000 students who are enrolled, and they offer over 200 degree programs. So literally, if anything you can think of to study, it's probably UCF has it, except for aviation, which Embry-Riddle has. But it's massive, and students have a chance to talk with a counselor, and they can read all of the over 200, like 200 something degree programs, and you can read all of them and ask questions about specific degree programs and admissions questions and all of that. Another school is Rawlings College, which is also located in Orlando. This is private liberal arts university, and it's really beautiful. It's located in Winter Park, and it has this beautiful Spanish architecture that students also really enjoy walking around. Another school is University of North Florida. This is in Jacksonville, so this is about an hour north of Daytona Beach, Florida. This is a medium-sized school, and it is a research university. And lastly, we have Flagler College. It is in San Agustin, and San Agustin is a historic city. It's very beautiful, and it was the first city in the United States. It has a lot of Spanish history. Some of the field trips that EducationaUSA Academy at Embry-Riddle will be going to is Universal Studios. So if you're excited about roller coasters and if you really like those excitement theme parks, then you will really enjoy Universal Studios. And then also we have Kennedy Space Center. So this is the visitor complex for NASA. This has been the highlight of the trip, according to many students, to many Academy students. They say that it's amazing to see all the real rockets that have been used in missions. Sometimes astronauts are there and they can ask questions to them. There are like rocket launch simulations. So if you're really interested in, like astronomy or aerospace engineering, this is a great trip, and students really learn a lot. Other activities that Academy students will be engaging in is like sports. Daytona Beach, the Embry-Riddle is in Daytona Beach, so it's about 10 minutes from the beach. So they will go to the beach, they will do some rowing, they will do sports in Daytona Beach. We'll also take them to the lighthouse, which is the tallest lighthouse in Florida, and students can climb all the way to the top and see the ocean and the city, and they take great photos. And of course, San Agustin, the day that students go to Flagler, they will be able to explore the city and eat at a restaurant and see the museums and the churches. And here I put together a weekly sample schedule. So as you can see, in the morning, it's the classes. So you will have the English classes, reading and writing class. Then you will have some time for lunch. In the afternoon, the first afternoon class, you will have a listening and speaking class, which will have workshops included about the things that you need to be a successful student at a university, or how to get into university. For example, you will write your entrance essay one day. Another day, you will talk about the types of university in the United States, like research, liberal arts, private, public, things like that. Another day, you will talk about research, citing sources, preparing academic presentations, etc. So this is just a sample. The next class will be the seminars about those specific degree programs that Embry-Riddle offers. So that is where you're going to learn a little bit about aeronautical science or engineering or aerospace physiology or meteorology. So that's the setup. On the weekends, we go to field trips. On Fridays is the college tours, as you can see here. So this day it would be the Flagler College. And on Saturdays, we go to the big day, whole day field trips. So Kennedy Space Center or Universal Studios. And lastly, an overview of the outcomes at the end of the academy. Students would have improved their reading and writing English skills and conversation skills. They would have, through the workshops and the seminars, they would have learned about the careers that Embry-Riddle offers in aviation, engineering, science, and business. They will experience what it's like to be a college student in the US by living in the dorms and going to class every day and having international friends and touring all these universities. Also, academy students will have a chance to have one-on-one meetings with international admission counselors. So they will tell you, for example, what they're looking in the essay, and then you will have a chance to write the essay and have a writing instructor check it, and then they will read it and give you feedback on it. So you will really have a portfolio of materials that you can take home that you can use for admissions to your college or university that you've decided to apply. And in general, you will learn just everything that you need to know for applying and getting accepted, as we mentioned. And that is the end of my presentation. Guys, if you have any questions, now is the time for them. Here is our website. And if you have any questions, also, if you think of any questions after the webinar, feel free to email me. My email is up here. So I'm going to show my face here so that I can answer any questions. Okay, so I see nobody has any questions. Okay, so if nobody has any questions, I guess you can always email me or check out our website. All right, guys. Bye.